And leaving that place, he went into his own country, and his disciples followed him. And when the Sabbath had come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many, when they heard him, were astonished at the doctrine, saying, "Where did he get all this? And what is this wisdom that is given to him? And what mean such miracles wrought by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James, Joseph, Jude, and Simon? And are not also his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. And Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own country, and among his own kindred, and in his own house." And he could not work any miracle there beyond curing a few sick people by laying his hands upon them. And he marveled because of their unbelief. Mark chapter 6, 1 through 6. Hello, and welcome to my first episode of more in-depth analysis of Bible verses. And what you're going to get from me on these is my interpretation or my thoughts as to what these Bible verses mean to me. That's all I can really give you. And then you have to make your own determination and read it and listen to what I have to say and come up with your own ideas as to what it's telling you. So today's passage is Mark 1 through chapter 6, 1 through 6. Now this passage is very interesting to me because the one you just heard, I'll sum it up real quick. This passage takes us to the point where Jesus goes out to Nazareth, his hometown, after he's already assembled his apostles, and he's back in his hometown. And he goes on the Sabbath to the synagogue to teach like any other rabbi would do on the Sabbath. And he begins to espouse his doctrine and reach out to those there. And the response he gets from these people is quite astonishing. They say, "What is this all about? Where did he get his wisdom? How is he possibly performing miracles?" And they bring up and they raise their own disbelief and their own doubt by saying, "Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't this Mary's son? Why is he God? Why would he think he's God?" And Jesus' response to this is exactly what the passage reads. "A prophet is not without honor except in his own country and among his own kindred and his own house." So from Jesus' perspective, he's among his kindred. He's among Jews in Nazareth. He's in a synagogue, and he's being doubted and rejected. So what does all this mean? What does this mean? And he walks away and is so taken back by the doubt from the others that his hands are kind of tied. He can't perform miracles. He can only heal a few people. He can't perform any major miracles. Right? It's a very telling passage, from my perspective. So let's get into it, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are and what we can take from this. Now, my first thought is what Jesus is encountering here is obviously doubt from the people he's trying to save. He's trying to bring the word of God to, and he's experiencing this doubt. And what he personally experiences is self-doubt because of their doubt. Now, this is Jesus' human side to me. This is not the divine side of Jesus. This is his human side. He's grasping with the same things you and I do on a daily basis. When others doubt us, we begin to doubt ourselves. And he doubts himself so much that he feels he can't do miracles. He can't do major miracles. He was able to heal a few people, but that's it. He couldn't do anything major because he was so taken aback by their disbelief that he begins to doubt his own ability. What other explanation could there be? I mean, he's the Son of God. He would have the ability to do miracles whenever he wants, except if he himself is preventing him from doing it. And that's exactly what happens here. He can't do these miracles because of the self-doubt of the people that he thought would back him up and support him. Now, the second thought I had about this passage is that this is a major life lesson for all of us. Because how often do we find that the people closest to us are those who doubt us the most, are those who are jealous of us the most, are those who we go to and expect to be our support, and they turn away? I mean, this happens so often. You're at home with family and friends, and you'll experience a situation where they really don't support you or doubt you or knock you, where if you were a stranger, they would believe you or support you. But because they know you, because they're close to you, because they're family, you have a higher standard to make with them. And that's exactly what Jesus is encountering here. These are, like I said, these are supposed to be his kindred. These are his Jewish people who are from the town in which he grew up. And they're doubting him. They're not giving him the support that he expects and wants. So it's because of that he has this self-doubt. And the final part of this passage, it says that, and he marveled because of their unbelief. In other words, he's so taken aback, he's beyond disbelief on how he's treated. So it's a major life lesson that all of us can take from this, and not to be that way with the people that are close to us, not to be with the people who are our friends. How those are the people we are supposed to support. Those are the people we're supposed to give the benefit of the doubt to. Those are the people who, when they say they can do something, we should trust them and support them. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this particular passage. And that's the lesson that I took from this. And I hope you would do the same. So what are your thoughts? Let me know. Leave a comment for me on this video. Let me know if you agree with what I've drawn from this, or if you have a different perspective. I'd love to hear it as well. But in any case, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. And as always, I would say, God bless, and I will see you next time.